What's up, everyone? John Cope again from Cope Racing Transmissions. Welcome back to the CRT YouTube channel. I want to talk to you today about our valve bodies. This video is going to be about our valve bodies, what we got, how long it takes to get them. Our valve bodies is definitely our #1 seller. We have quite a few different valve bodies. I'm going to go over them really quick to let you guys know what we have, and also to let you know that the turnaround time on valve bodies is very quick. We keep a large inventory of valve bodies. We turn around hundreds of valve bodies every single year. So getting a valve body from us, usually when we're busy, it might take 3 or 4 days. When it's a little bit light, we can get them done in 24 hours. So I want to go over a few valve bodies with you just to let you know what we have in case you don't know. The first set of valve bodies we're gonna go over are the automatic shift valve bodies. Then we'll get to the reverse manuals, and then we'll get to the trans brakes. When it comes to 904s and 727s, we have basically 2 valve bodies. An automatic shift version. They're based off of years. The 1 year is 66 to 89, and the other year is 69 and up. And the only difference between the valve bodies is the rooster comb, depending on the neutral switch. All our automatic shift valve bodies for the 3 speeds and the 4 speeds, with and without the lockup, are kind of based off the Transco TF-2 shift kit. Even though it's our shift kit, we use our springs. We do some lubrication improvements and whatnot, and the valve bodies are completely torn down, flat sanded, hot tanked. The valves are polished and put together either by Lucas or I. So for the 3-speed 727 or 904, there's 2 versions, the 66 to 89 and the 69 and up. If you want to get pricing on any of our valve bodies, everything is clearly listed on our website at coperacingtrans.com, and they're listed under automatic, reverse manual, and trans brake. So it's pretty easy to find. Now, we make some nice 4-speed 46, 47 RE valve bodies and 46 and 47 RH valve bodies. The difference between the E's and the H's is one is a hydraulic style, the other is electronic. On the hydraulic valve bodies, they come with the overdrive and lockup solenoids on there, as do the electronic valve bodies. But the electronic valve bodies, we incorporate the D&J components, solenoids, and pressure switches for the governor sensor. The factory ones from Dodge, even the replacement ones, don't work very good. We've had really good luck with the D&J upgrade, and we do those to the valve body. Since the electronic ones take more electronics, of course, they're going to be a little bit more. So you just go to the website at coperacingtrans.com, scroll down, the product category will be on your right, and it's an alphabetical order. So go down to V for valve bodies, and you'll see an automatic, reverse manual, trans brake. So now we're going to go to reverse manual. We also make reverse manuals for 3 speeds and 4 speeds, which include the 727, the 904, the A500, the A518, the 618, which the new names now are 46, 47, 48 REs and RHs. So let's start off with our first one. As I have them listed on the website here, the first one is either for a 46, 7, or 8 RE or RH. I need to know which one you have, depending on that for the plug. We make a reverse manual valve body. with and without the lockup, and no trans brake. And the shift pattern is park, reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and lockup will be on a button. Like I said, you can get that with or without the lockup. Most everybody gets it with the lockup. Then for our 904 and 727 3-speed reverse manual valve bodies, we offer 2 different versions. We offer the Pro Street and the Pro Race. The valve bodies, assembly and machining are identical to each other. The only thing is that we set the pressures about 150 or so on the street versions and 175 to 195 for the race versions. The race versions will probably be a little bit firmer depending on your converter. And either the race or the street valve body will work in the opposite. So if you bought a street version valve body, you can still race it. If you bought a race version valve body, you can still street drive it. The only difference is the pressure. Then we also have them for either the cable case or the push buttons for the 62 to 65 727s. And one of our great sellers is this 904 727 reverse manual rock crawler valve body. I tell you what, I came out with that a couple years ago, and it has been a big hit. Thanks to one of the YouTube guys that put it on his channel. He has a ton of followers, and we get a lot of Jeeps and whatnot for that valve body. And what that valve body is basically a reverse manual valve body that you can use a stock oil pan. The rock crawler guys need ground clearance, so they can't have a deep pan. As with our regular reverse manual valve body, because of the core that we're starting off to use is thicker than the 727 core, some of the valve bodies do require a deep pan, but most of everybody that I know in performance is always running a deep pan. So for whatever reason, if you want a reverse manual valve body, but you want to retain the factory stock depth oil pan, either buy the rock crawler, even though you have a street car or race car, it's the same valve body with a shallower depth. And those valve bodies, they're very firm. There's no mistaking when they shift. They're a really nice piece. I bet you this year we went through at least 250 to 300 of those reverse manual valve bodies this year, and the year is not even up. This was videotaped in October of 2023. All right, now let's get into some billet valve bodies. You could get reverse manual valve bodies in billet. That's how they come for the 4 speeds. You could do it for 3 speeds. It's really not necessary. I don't recommend that you pay that. But when it comes to trans brake and maximum flow, and me arranging where I wanted the solenoid for the trans brake, I want it to be as close to the feed hole for 3rd gear as possible. That's why we make the bottom half out of billet. We have quite a few different options here. I'm going off the website here, so I'm going to start with the first one and work my way down. The first trans brake, you can get it in lockup and non-lockup, is for 46, 47, and 48 REs, or RHs. And the only difference is the plug and the rooster cone. These are high pressure. They can be set anywhere from 175 to 200, depending on the horsepower application. And these are really nice pieces. You can get these valve bodies with or without the dump system. The dump is the ones with the lines on there, and we offer dump valves. We make our own dump valves for this, and the reason why we started making our own is because there was a shortage after the COVID, and it just never seemed like that company recovered from that. So we have those in stock also. Not to get off on a side note, but PPP, after we came out with our 4-speed valve body, it was such a big hit. I went to them. I said, hey, could you make us a 4-speed shifter where it's park, reverse, press the button for trans brake, and then it shifts 1, 2, 3, 4 off the manual valve, which is the only valve body still today, and I'm glad I'm the only one, that has that 4th gear on the manual valve, where a lot of other people are using forward manual with overdrive on the button. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like it. We won't make that, because you can go to every diesel place and buy that exact same valve body. So that is the 46, 7, and 8. The next one in line is our 47 or 48 competition version. Not that you can't use the other one. The difference between the regular version and what I put on there, the word competition, is I added another trans brake solenoid, a body, and a line to this, but not for the trans brake. We added that for the lockup. And what this does is I took the 2nd gear oil feed from the valve body and I went to the lockup solenoid, and then from the lockup solenoid on the other side of the valve to the switch valve. So this allows the driver, when staging the vehicle, to turn the lockup on, which activates the electric solenoid on the valve body, but it won't function because there is no hydraulic oil in that passage until you shift in the second. So that actually allows 2nd gear lockup to happen as soon as you pull the shifter into 2nd gear, and it stays on through 3rd and stays on through 4th, but the driver has to manually shut that off. So if you wanted automatic shift, I'm sorry, I said that incorrectly. If you want an automatic lockup, you can get the competition version. However, that competition version is not recommended for the street, because we're using a trans brake solenoid as a lockup solenoid, and those solenoids were not designed to stay on for a long period of time. So let's say you jumped on the expressway and you were driving from A to B, and it was a 4-hour drive, and you turned the lockup on, the solenoid would short out. I don't know when, but it wouldn't last very long. Where the other 2 lockup solenoids that I have on my street version, which also could be used for competition, you can turn those on and drive from New York to California, and it doesn't matter. They can stay on forever. That's how they were designed. So if you have any more questions on those, you can get a hold of me through the website and the Contact Us link. All right, so that's pretty much covers the 4-speed trans brakes. When it comes to the 3-speed trans brakes for 904 and 727, we offer quite a few different versions. We offer just the regular trans brake. It works in 1st gear. It shifts 1, 2, 3. High pressure, high volume, billet, low band apply, Tesla valve, and all the billet valve bodies. That is the 55X valve body. Then you can get as an added option, you can get the trans brake to work in 1st gear and in 2nd gear. Most of the time, the guys that use the 2nd gear launch are guys that are drivers that do no prep racing, or their car is the 3-speed transmission has too much gear ratio for what they're doing. Then they have the option of using our 2nd gear launch, which basically takes your 727 3-speed and turns it somewhat into a power glide as far as having only 2 gears. And then you can get the clean neutral option, and you can get that with 1st gear and 2nd gear launch, or just with 1st gear launch. Clean neutral, I don't sell too many of those. It depends on the driver. You will need a special shifter for it. What does the clean neutral do? It shifts in reverse pattern 1, 2, 3. And then there's one more shift pattern on the shifter where when you go through the finish line, you shift and lift at the same time, and it puts the transmission in neutral. And instead of dragging the engine RPMs down as you slow down, it just goes to idle. And those work really good. Also on here, you can buy replacement solenoids. All our trans brakes use a Power Glide style solenoid. All the other brand X manufacturers make their own solenoid, and that leaves you, if you do have a solenoid failure, you have to go back to them. Where if my solenoid fails, you can go anywhere and find a Power Glide solenoid to screw in there and then get back down the track. Most of the time, the only time those solenoids fail and when a guy short them out. To be real honest with you, they do something. There's a short to ground, and they fry the solenoid. Or I've seen guys accidentally leave them on while they park the car the next night. It burns up. They come out the next morning. The trans brake don't work. It's because they left the solenoid on and it melted it. Another good thing about our valve bodies compared to the other valve bodies out there for Mopar, and I'm just talking Mopar here. Every other single manufacturer's trans brake valve body, if they have a solenoid failure, not only do you have to go back to them to get the solenoid, you have to drop the valve body to replace the solenoid. You do not have to do that with mine. All you have to do is drop the oil pan and the filter. So it's a lot easier if you're at the track on your back and you got to pull the pan to put a solenoid in than it's to pull the pan and pull the valve body. So it really is a plus as far as serviceability. Also, I feel, and you can talk to other racers, that trans brake is the fastest one on the market when it comes to Chrysler, bar none. I'll put it up to any brake out there. So, and the great thing is we've always kept a huge inventory of everything. The solenoids, the dump valves, the bodies, the cores. We have a really nice way where we do the assembly where all the gold plates are in a nice, neatly ordered, organized drawer. So when it comes to knocking out valve bodies, we can probably get 8 to 10 orders in one day and knock them out in 2 days. So we really do. We get the valve bodies out. And if there's any issues or concern, our technical help to help you guys out is free. Anytime you give us a call Monday through Friday after 5 o'clock, we'll be more than happy to help you guys out in any way we can. So basically, that's our valve body gig. They're great valve bodies. They're our number one seller. We ship them everywhere in the world, and we keep up with the demand. If you looked around and do some checking, some other people tell you, oh, it's going to take a month or two. We don't do that. We get them in stock. We knock them out. We make great valve bodies, and you will love them. So I want to thank everybody for checking in. That is our video for the valve bodies. I consider ourselves the valve body kings of Indiana. And I think our video camera's ready to die. All right. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you in the next one. Mopar to you.